Welcome to Smok'N Crypto. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Quick emergency update for you today after the pump. I don't want you guys FOMOing in and losing your money. So please watch this before you place any trades. Thanks for joining us. Please smash up that like, hit the subscribe, and make sure you click that bell for notifications. Right, without further ado, let's get on into it. Good evening, guys. Thanks for joining us here, and good day to you wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining us. I wasn't going to do a video today. I am so tired, but what with the crazy pump action that we've seen, I thought I'd better just drop in and give you a quick update on what I'm seeing. So here we got the XRP chart. I thought I'd quickly recap here as we were trapped in this triangle, as I said. And from the other day when I mentioned we were probably expecting a little move down here to the bottom of the triangle. Well, we got that. We got a nice bounce. We managed to get up, reclaim this point of control, and then, surprise, surprise, we got a nice pump. And whether it's magic, some sort of simulation, or just I don't know what's going on, but every time these things happen, we get some news. Now, I took along from this wick that we see here, and we pulled back up inside the descending wedge and reclaimed the POC, and we were starting to move up, all based on the technical analysis. And then, surprise, surprise, we get the news from America that the court has told the SEC to get their backsides in gear and actually get on and look at these ETF applications that we've been seeing. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of the situation, but basically, numerous companies have applied to release a Bitcoin ETF, which is an electronically traded fund, which will allow money to flow into cryptocurrency from the stock market and the big players out there that probably currently aren't actually too interested. But an ETF really opens the doors for more investment into cryptocurrency. And yeah, we started getting the move, and then bang, the news comes out, and everything pumped. Not just XRP. We saw a move up in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin had a huge pump. XRP, all around everything. I mean, I think Matic as well, huge pump. But since we hit the top, we've dropped back down, and we're kind of consolidating a bit here. So what are we looking for next? Well, it's hard to say, really. We're forming some sort of bull flag here on XRP in particular. Let me see if I can just draw that in for you guys here. You can see we're starting to form some sort of triangle here, which is currently holding very well. Bull flag, there's your pole, there's your flag. Hopefully that means we're going to then get another move on up out of here. We will see, we will see. But I've got a Fibonacci level here from the greater macro picture that actually we are kind of rejecting from, but we're sort of holding it. So the level of 54, just over 54 cents, we need to kind of hold this to get a move up and continue this movement upwards. However, it's not unusual for these prices to retrace back down and back test the what was resistance level, and hopefully flip that to support, and then get a further bounce up. So we'll have to just keep an eye on this and wait and see what happens, really. We could move straight on up from here if this bull flag breaks out. And if it breaks to the downside, we'll be looking for some sort of retrace before we can then continue the move upwards. So let me take all of my drawings off here, because it's probably quite difficult for you guys to actually see what's going on. I'm just going to hide everything. So let's look. Now, my concern is we're pretty much trading in a range here. So just pull a fixed range volume profile across here. Now, as you can see, we've broken out of the range. And as we've mentioned before, it's quite common to come and back test this. So you'd be looking to come and retest the value area high at $0.529, 52.9 cents. That's probably quite likely. but I'm liking this bull flag, so I'm not sure we're going to come back and test this. But that would be a level to watch if we do get a move to the downside. Also, if we draw a Fibonacci retracement here from the high of the range to the lows set after that, you can see we've come up to this 786 retracement level and we have rejected. And we're kind of sitting between the golden pocket and the 786, just below the 702 retracement level. So what does this mean? Well, if we can't get above that 786 and hold it, we're probably going to move back down. If this bull flag can break upwards and break through the 786 and close probably a 4-hour candle above that level, then we'll be looking to come back up and try and break through the top of this range and get a move upwards back into our previous range, which is sitting up here above us. Draw a quick volume profile there. Yeah, there you go. And it's extended that for me, but that's okay. That does the job. And we'd be looking to come back up to try and test this point of control at about 62.8 cents. But we're away off that yet. But if you're in a long trade with some leverage, such as me, we could be looking at some good gains there. So keep your eye on that for the next possible move. However, what would I really be expecting here? It's quite possible we do break back down. This move seems to have some strength in it. So no guarantees. XRP, when it gets going, it doesn't always come back and revisit the scene of the crime. It likes to just get on up and get out of here. And the moves are usually quite quick. So if we're going to break out of this bull flag, I would be expecting that to happen in the next 24 hours and for this move to continue up. But for that to happen, we do need Bitcoin and probably Ethereum and the rest of the market to keep moving. We've got some resistances above us, I must admit. Look at this nice volume gap on Ethereum. Quite possible we could just plow through this and get ourselves back up to about $1,832 on Ethereum. Bitcoin, not really going to be much resistance in our way until we get back up to 28.9 or 29,000. So yeah, the move's looking good. But usually you would expect some sort of back test, some sort of retrace here. So let's have a look and see if we can work out where this might pull back to, if it does pull back. So let's draw another Fibonacci from the last low here, not the very last, but this one at the bottom of the range. Pull this back up to the top. And we would be looking, if we do pull down, to bounce either from the golden pocket 702 or the 786. Well, which is it going to be? Well, it's hard to say. Let's draw our trend lines back on, and you can see now we've got some nice confluence with the Fibonacci levels and also the breakout level of the wedge. So if the price was to come back down and retest the 702, that would also be a back test of the resistance that had been holding us down. And then if we can bounce off that, we'd be getting a nice move up. So if you're looking to make a long entry on XRP, I wouldn't enter now. You've missed a big move and you're at risk of a retrace and getting wiped out. So if we do get a move back down, I'd be looking for a bounce somewhere between 52 cents and 52.49, somewhere in this golden pocket 702, 786 range. And then if we can hold this as support and get bounce from here, it's more than likely that we will then, having set a higher low, go and set another higher high and get a move up out of here. So that's something to watch for the retrace on XRP. Now, keep an eye on this bull flag. There's no guarantee we're going to come back. And if this bull flag that we've drawn here does break out to the upside and we hold support above these levels, then we can be looking for another move up without the need to come back and back test that resistance. Now, I just want to zoom back into what we saw earlier today before the breakout. And I managed to get a nice entry here at around 51.5 cents, just below 51.5 cents. Now, why did I take that? Well, on this 5-minute time frame and on other time frames too, you can see we were setting higher lows on the RSI as we were setting lower lows on the price action. So we had a nice bullish divergence there, and it was perfectly timed as we came into the 786 retracement level. Now that's what you want to be looking for. Unfortunately, I wasn't at my computer at the time, but if we take some of this analysis off and I show you what made me get in. Now we hit that low with that divergence, and I thought, well, we're probably going to get a move up here. But on these small time frames, what quite often happens once you hit that low is you'll get a little bounce and then you'll retrace back. And as you can see here, zooming in, we retraced back to that golden pocket, and I managed to get an entry just around this point, and that was fantastic. And then I went out for the day, and when I came back and checked my trade, we were sitting nicely in profit. Now that's the technical analysis told me to take that long. No news. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Well, the charts told me we were going to get a bounce and we're going to get a move up. And then, just like magic, we get the news about the Bitcoin ETF and the courts just after that, probably an hour or so after that. And then we get that huge move up out of the range. And yeah, now sitting in some nice profits down here. So looking good, looking good. But yeah, can we hold this range? Can we bull flag our way up out of here? Do we need to come back and retrace and retest the levels down below us? Keep an eye on it, guys. We'll see what happens. Also, let's just quickly look at the DXY here, the US dollar currency index. Now, as I mentioned the other day, we were fighting to break out from this pink resistance line that is above us, or was above us, and we got a bounce on the 200 MA, and that pushed us up, and we were breaking out. But now you can see the DXY has kind of run out of steam. It's so far set a lower high than the previous, and we had a lower low. So it seems the market structure here is turning bearish for the DXY. We've got a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low. And if that is the top for this move, then we've actually got a lower high on the DXY as well. So the bearish market structure is continuing. It's pulled back these last couple of days to retest this pink line, and we're currently sitting right on it. So, and we've got the middle of the Bollinger Band moving up, the 200 MA crossing that right now at the same time. There's quite a lot of support below us, but momentum wave very high. You can see on this little yellow VWAP that we are curving down. So if the DXY continues this move downwards, that's looking very positive for crypto. If it does get a bounce here, that will probably confirm that we're going to get this downward retrace in crypto, and we'll be looking for that bounce from the golden pocket or the 786. So yeah, keep an eye on the DXY, but it still seems to me like it's running out of steam, and it should start dropping down. But with all this support below us, it might need to consolidate a little bit before we get that move. So perhaps in that case, XRP, Bitcoin, and so on will continue sort of ranging before we get the next move. But all sorts of nice confluence there. Let's see what happens. Now, there are a few things here giving me some encouragement that this move could keep continuing and get some nice bullish momentum going. Now, to show you this, I've spotted something here on Bitcoin. This is the range we've been trading on Bitcoin since the 17th on that Thursday when we dropped. And we've been in here for a couple of weeks now nearly, and got that move out. And what I've actually noticed is if you look back to last November when we had the FTX collapse, it's quite a similar pattern there on Bitcoin to what we're seeing now. You've got your double dip, you move up to the top in the middle of the range, and then back down to the lower end of the range, and then we move on out. If we look at the FTX collapse, same dip, there's your lower low, up to the high of the range in the middle there, and then we come back down, and then we get the breakout. And what happened after that FTX collapse? Well, we got to move up, and then we consolidated, then we got another move up, then we consolidated, then we got another move up. And what we're seeing here now on Bitcoin seems to be a fractal, um, almost identical to that of which we saw after the FTX collapse at the bottom. So if we can do the same thing again, then we're looking for a move out of here and finally get Bitcoin above 31,500. And if that happens, then we've broken a 2-year resistance level that was previously support. Let me zoom in and show you what I mean there. If we go to the greater scale picture on Bitcoin, you can see this yellow line I've got marked in at 31,634. And during the bull market of 2020 and 2021, this level was key support that held us up. And then once we broke through that level and we fell, we've come back up and not been able to get back through that level. So not only was it key support during the bull run, but it's now acting as resistance in this bear market. But I think we're out of the bear market now, and Bitcoin seems to be setting higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And if we can hold this low here, it's another higher low. So you'd be looking for another higher high. And if we do actually break through this $31,600 Bitcoin level, then potentially we can start getting a retrace on up to potentially somewhere between 45 and 50k, which will be very interesting. So something to keep an eye on. But as you see there, the fractal from FTX led to the move up, and here we are. We're doing a smaller copy of that fractal. Hopefully, we can get a similar sort of move up and get this retrace on the way and start battling the bigger Fibonacci levels on the retrace from the high down to the low. So you'd be looking to come up to this golden pocket at around $49,000, potentially all the way up to 57, 58k for Bitcoin. Now, whether we're going to get through that and set higher highs eventually, I'm not sure. We've got to keep an eye on the macro picture, but I am expecting at least a retrace eventually up to these levels. And then we'll have to assess the situation when we're there to see if we can get through and set a higher high, or if Bitcoin's going to retrace and go into all sorts of doom and gloom. I'll explain more on that later. But yeah, it's looking good for me. I quite like it. If we do start pulling back, particularly on XRP, as I said, watch for these retraces. Get yourself a Fibonacci drawn in from the lows of the range up to the high we've just set, and you can expect a retrace once we bounce, hopefully, from the golden pocket to the 786 level. But we'll see. Can this bull flag break out to the upside and really get this market moving upwards? We will see. Anyway, I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Just thought I'd drop in and let you know what I've seen on the market today, and I hope that's of some use to you and you've enjoyed the update. But keep your eye on things. Don't FOMO into some sort of position right now. It's really not a wise idea. Once you've missed a big green candle like that, I know it's I'm missing this move. I'm missing out on these profits, but you really are taking a risk when you buy in at these levels that you're going to see a retrace all the way back down and get yourself wiped out. So if we do break down and you see it coming down to these key levels, then look for a bounce from there, and that's where you want to get in for a long trade. If this bull flag does break out to the upside, is it going to fake out and give us a bearish divergence? We've got quite a high peak there on the RSI. If the RSI comes up again, but not as high as the previous high, and the price manages to set a higher high, then you've got your bearish divergence, and you're probably then looking for a move back down. So I really wouldn't jump in at the moment. Wait, let the price action play out, and then you know if you're either looking for a short from the bearish divergence back down to the retrace levels, or whether we're going to break down, hit these retrace levels, and then get our move up, and then you can take a long from these levels down here. So yeah, keep your eye on it, but don't FOMO in right now. I think that's not a wise idea. Wait for these moves. If you get the move up, I'll be looking to take a short and retrace back down. And if you get the move down, I'll be looking to bounce somewhere in this retracement levels between the golden pocket and the 786, and then hopefully hold this what was resistance as support, flip it to support, and boom, we're off. I like the confluence there with the golden pocket, the 786, and the support level. But no guarantees we're going to come back to to those prices. But if we do, then I would be looking for a long from there. Anyway, I hope that helps with any sort of trading plans. Keep your eye on the price action, and hopefully we can keep this move going. So keep your eyes on it, and let's see what happens next. Hope you will have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the update, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. I hope that really is of some value to you. Please, guys, be careful out there with this sort of volatility. Wait for these pullbacks or wait for the divergences to show before you place any trades. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure to smash up the like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, click that bell for notifications so you don't miss these important updates when they come out. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.